Martin's Liquid Lab, just doing another round of fan testing. This is going to be my fan testing round 12, and I've got about 9 new fans. One fan I'm going to retest just for baseline, and I'll just kind of start at the upper left and go through them. Over here, get it focused, is the Noise Blocker E-Loop 1900 RPM model. It's got their newer white fan blade that's kind of runs around the perimeter, and kind of rubber decoupling pads. So there's their 1900 version, Noise Blocker E-Loop 2400 version. Same blade style, just higher speed. And we've got the Noctua NF-F12 PWM. This is Noctua's newer PWM based pressure oriented fan that's also kind of meant for pressure conditions like a radiator. And we've got, here is the Akasa Piranha. It is PWM capable, and trying to look for the speed here, 600 to 1900 RPM, so pretty good range on the speed and PWM. This is a Cougar Vortex PWM, the 800 to 1500 RPM model with kind of their Cougar, the normal blade, I guess the Vortex blade they call it. You can kind of see it there. It does have some grooves, and the frame has these little bits on the back too, and it also has kind of a rubber frame. And PWM capable, so it's nice to see more PWM options for folks that want to control speeds automatically. And this is the Cougar. It's not PWM capable, but is an LED version and a different blade altogether. It is 1200 RPM, but you can see the blade's got kind of the double design, and it's got the little fins on the blade too, and it's kind of translucent. You can see through there a little bit, which probably, you know, just looks nice with the LED. So it's the Dual-X red LED. And then we have, he actually sent me 2 of them. This is the Vortex HDBE. They're 1200 RPM model. It's not PWM, but it's got the same blade as the PWM version. Got 2 of those. And this fan is the Corsair SP120. It is their high performance 2350 RPM model. Their pressure oriented version. The SP. It does have the rubber frame and the removable colored ring by Corsair. I tested the Corsair H100i fan, which looks a lot like this, same blade style, but it has a frame that doesn't have the rubber inserts, and it also goes a little bit faster than 2350, so slightly different model. And then over here, another new fan. I'm kind of excited to see how this does compared to the other Gentle Typhoons, but this is the 2150 RPM AP45 that also is a Gentle Typhoon. And you can see this is the baseline fan I'm going to use. It's kind of my king of radiator fan so far, at least for 0 to 1800 RPMs. This is the Gentle Typhoon AP15. Has pretty much been ruling the radiator performance so far. And so this is just basically the slightly higher speed version of that. It isn't PWM, at least I don't believe it is. Doesn't say so on the box, but it is the higher speed version. Right there, AP45 2150. So that's it. I got a bunch of fans here I'm going to test, and I'd like to give a big thanks to my sponsors. Primus sponsored all of the Cougar fans here. Big shout out to sponsor from overclock.net. He sent me these fans. He said he was done with them and just wanted to contribute something to testing and sent me these. So thanks a bunch to Primus. Without his help getting these samples, I wouldn't be testing the Cougar fans. And a lot of people have been talking about the Cougar fans, so I'm interested in seeing how they do. And also a big thanks to CPA Chris for sponsoring the noise blocker E-loops, so I can get a chance to see those. They've been out for a little while, but they're quite a bit different than other noise blockers, and noise blockers have always had a pretty silent motor. I mean, may not have had the most silent blade for a radiator, but I've always made pretty silent motors, which I've liked. CPA Chris also sent me the Noctua NFF12, so I'll get a chance at retesting that one to get some more information and see how it compares. And CPA Chris also sent the Piranha and the Corsair SP120 and the Gentle Typhoon AP45. So in this Gentle Typhoon AP15, I believe this one was sponsored by Vapor a long time ago, from Extreme Systems. But it's been kind of the one I've been using to repeat with testing, just so I've got a baseline fan to test. And that's that. I'm gonna throw them up on the flow bench, compare them to the previous Champion of sorts, and see how they do on a radiator, and record all that on video too, so you get a chance to listen to it. Report back in a little bit.